Good morning, and thank everyone for joining us. This morning, we come together to make sure that we are able to everybody be on the same page for the USA Canada Forum. And I appreciate everyone that's here and everyone that is going to receive the recording for agreeing to be the voice of the Global Action Team in Des Moines. It's so important that we all work together and that we have a unified message, especially through these 4 sessions, which are going to cover each of the focus areas: new clubs, new members, new service, exciting membership satisfaction, and then our leadership development, our leadership support. And so as we're going through, if you have any questions, just let me know. We're going to work together and we're going to get everything taken care of. Today, we're going to talk about the role of the moderator real quick, because I know that our moderators have been asking, well, what do I do, what I do? We're going to talk about the timeline for each of the sessions and each of the panel discussions. We're going to talk about the topics and the presenters in each panel, and then we're going to answer questions. I am hoping to be able to finish in 35, 40 minutes and get everybody about their day. There's several of you who have put things on hold. I left my grandson's soccer game. He's 3.5. And in the first half, he had 2 goals and 2 assists. And so I know that we all have other things that we'd really like to do, but this is important as well. And so let's get right into the role of the moderator. And I know that we have some moderators here that are in person. We have some that will receive the video and follow up. This is the role. You as the moderator set the tone and make sure that everybody has fun. Welcome everyone and set the expectations. That welcome everyone begins at the back door. As soon as you've got technology worked out and everything is ready to go, begin to greet folks, encourage them to sit down front, make it as if they were coming to your home for the next hour for a dinner party, and that you're making them feel special. You want them to have the best seat in the house. And then when you open up the presentation, open it up with excitement, set the expectations, go back to the description of the session and say, this is what we expect that you'll walk away with today. Introduce the panelists, and it'll be your responsibility to talk with the panelists ahead of time and to make sure that you have a short bio. Now, I can tell you from some of the webinars I host, when I ask for a short bio from some Lions, they send me a 3-page bio. We do not have time for a 3-page bio. And so you have license to boil that down to 2 or 3 sentences. I'm so excited that David Lloyd is going to join us as a panelist today. He and his club have done some exceptional service in fundraising and service. David's been a Lion for 25 years, and we're so proud to have him. Lion David, and he'll wave his hand, and then you move to the next one. Short, quiet. The other thing is a timekeeper, because you know as well as I do that Lions love to talk. I often say I've never met a mic I didn't like. And so your panelists also have never met a mic they didn't like, and they're experts in what that they do. And although they'll have about 15 minutes to present their segment, all of them could talk for 3 hours and will if you let them. So you as a moderator must have talked with them ahead of time and say, at 3 minutes before, I'm going to give you this signal. At 2 minutes before, I'm going to give you this signal. 1 minute before, you get this signal. At 0, I'm going to interrupt you and thank you. And if you do not, then your program's going to run long and you're not going to be able to entertain audience questions. And the audience really likes the interaction and the questions that they're able to ask and to refine. Now, the moderator will be taking the microphone to those people. My personal advice is never turn loose of the microphone. If you do, you'll have to wrestle it back from somebody. They don't voluntarily give it back. Some of our audience people really would like to make the presentation for the next 40 minutes of question time. So hold it out toward their mouth, talk with them, take it back and move on. And then the other thing the moderator will need to do is to help to assemble the PowerPoint deck, because it's going to be impossible for us to have 3 presenters, some of them or possibly all 3 of them have PowerPoints, and swap computers and things during the presentation. So if you as a moderator can help to assemble that into one PowerPoint deck and have it available where all they have to do is pass the clicker and they just pick up and go on, that would be good. Any questions about the role of the moderator?
No, sir.
Anybody disagree with anything that's been said? Silence gives us consent in my business. And so the timeline for each session, we're going to arrive to the room early. If you've got a session that there's someone in the meeting just before you, I believe you got about 20 minutes for them to clear the room and you to set up. So as soon as they start taking their technology down, you have your computer ready to plug in and to test. I generally will go about 7 o'clock in the morning to the room where I'm going to speak and make sure that mine works, even if my presentation's at 1 o'clock, just so I have all the bugs worked out and I can set it up quickly. Arrive early, check out your technology, and then begin to greet everyone. On time, the moderator will welcome, he'll introduce the seminar, he'll set the expectations, he'll introduce the panelists. That first panelist will present from about 5 minutes after the beginning to about 20 minutes. If a presenter has just 10 minutes of presentation, that's okay. Take a couple of questions and move to the second panelist, and they'll have 15 minutes. And then the third panelist will have 15 minutes. And then the rest of the time will be spent with audience questions back and forth. In the rare event that there's not a question or a comment or a concern, then as a moderator, you get to make up questions and just fill the rest of the time and make it flow. And the last 5 minutes is to wrap up, to thank the audience for being there, to thank your presenters for presenting, and to remind people to do their evaluations. Any questions about the timeline? Wow, everything's running smooth. Let's talk about these different sessions that we've got. And let me move that little screen. The first panel we've got is planting seeds of service in new communities. Yeah, you remember the theme is cultivating leaders. So all of our titles for the Global Action Team ties back into farming and agriculture. So focus area 1 of the North American Membership Initiative, also known as the Global Membership Approach. And this is a year that people in the audience will not know that they're one and the same. And this is our opportunity to begin to marry them together. Highlights rejuvenating districts with new clubs. When Lions plan a new club, our service footprint is extended. Those in attendance will discover how to charter a traditional club, a specialty club, and a cyber club. And so Tim Kirshner and his 15-minute segment is going to talk about the traditional clubs. Henry Wyckoff is going to talk about the specialty clubs, and Richard Stevenson is going to talk about the cyber clubs. When we get to the questions at the end, I'm hoping that everybody will blend together and be able to share their expertise that sort of crosses some of those lines and blurs. Lion Dave, you'll be the moderator. So you don't have a presentation to do there. You just have to keep everything moving and moving along. That's the first panel. Any questions from anyone on the first panel? Hearing no questions, we're going to move right on to focus area 2. The theme for the first panel. This is one thing that we really want everyone to walk away with. The Global Action Team is here to help. Lions Clubs International has tools you need to be successful, and new clubs are the key to expanding our footprint of service. If you can reinforce that message throughout the day or throughout your session, that would be awesome. The second one is every club needs to host a barn raising. Once again, we highlight revitalizing clubs with new members. Farming communities throughout North America come together to help a neighbor build a new barn, learn how to invite neighbors to join our efforts to meet the needs of the community. The panel will share ideas that have proven successful in their clubs. Here's our panelists. Lynn Catulli from Georgia will talk about membership growth events. And his club used the membership growth event in order to talk about, in order to bring in about 15 members. Council Chair Greg Evans is with us today. Lion Greg, I think that you're going to talk about how that you use service to bring in members. Is that correct?
We hadn't really talked about it yet, but that can be a theme. One of the
you know, our multiple district is doing very well, and one of the common themes that I've seen is to have a plan and a commonality in the member that you're looking for.
Okay. And so you can work with everyone and figure out where you fit it in there exactly. The service, the plan, what a membership growth plan might look like. One of the resources that Lions Clubs International has that fits with the plan is the Just Ask that walks you through that whole process if you've not looked at that. And then District Governor Tebow has used club branches. He'll start a club branch, he'll grow it to 20, 25 members and spin it off into a regular club, but he uses those branches to bring folks together to with common interest, and then spins them into a specialty club. And our area leader, Council Chair Al Hedstrom, will be the moderator of this session. Now, the theme here is real similar. The Global Action Team is here to help. Lions Club International has tools, and new members are the key to expanding our footprint of service, because clubs need to know why we need new members. And it's not for numbers, because we're already the world's largest organization with nearly 1.5 million members around the world. We need more members so that we can provide more service and be more viable in our communities. Any questions from anyone in focus area 2? And if none today, then go ahead and send me an email if you have questions that come up. Focus area 3 is going to deal with service. We're going to talk about hands-on service opportunities. We're going to talk about celebrating success, and then also telling the world, using the reporting and the public relations in order for us to be effective with our service and how it impacts our membership satisfaction. Our speakers there are Steve Robeson, who is on the call today, Tom Gregg, and Dr. Blossom Anglin Brown, who is on the call today. And so Steve and Blossom, are there some topics in there that you would like to just hang your hat on and say, that's where that I would like my presentation to go? And if not, you can give some thought to it. Okay.
But probably about the hands-on service opportunities.
Okay.
To keep the members engaged and coming back for more. Yes.
Very good. And when the members are engaged, that improves their satisfaction, doesn't it?
Yes.
And Garner Andrews from Georgia is going to be the moderator of that session. And he can help us to coordinate the three of you. Tom Gregg in Pennsylvania has been very big on helping the clubs learn to report and to report their service and training in that area. And then Steve is on the call today. Steve, do you think that possibly talking about the importance of celebrating successes and building excitement within your club helps to keep your members engaged, and what a celebration after a good service project should look like? Now, the theme in this area 3 is going to be the same. Global Action Team's here to help. Lions Clubs International has tools, and new service projects are the key to expanding our footprint of service. New service projects, new members, new clubs. The whole focus is serving more than we've ever served before and continuing to expand the service that we're providing. And then as we come to area 4, every farmer needs a county agent, every club needs the GAT. Now, these 3 panelists are going to talk about what that they have done to support their leadership and to train leaders in their district. Greg Gilliam, past District Governor Gilliam from Missouri, he and the Lions of the Midwest hosted a locally funded institute that was an FDI. And he's going to talk for a little bit about how to bring folks together, how to fund a regional type institute, and what that institute should look like and how to work with Lions International. Mark Paiva, who's from California, is going to talk about the importance of communication. He's currently serving as California's NAMI champion and has a weekly newsletter that goes out, what kind of things motivate Lions and why communication is important as we begin to support our leaders. And District Governor-elect, who will be a district governor by then, Michelle Mosley, is going to talk about feeding lions at the deli, the District Enhanced Learning Institute, which is a locally funded and created animal where that in her district, they have brought together about 25 lions who have not had very much experience with leadership, and they have, over a 3-weekend period, 3 Saturdays, 1 per month, had a institute similar to an Advanced Lions Leadership Institute or an Emerging Lions Leadership Institute, but it's also had all the local flavor. No one's had to take off work. No one's had to travel halfway across the country. They've only met centrally in the district. And of those 25, after the first year, it's reported that about 12 of them became zone chairs, and about 4 of them now are in line to become the district governor. And it was a very successful event. Lion David Lloyd, who's with us today, will be the moderator of that event. I think that this will be a good opportunity for folks to see some creative ways to train our individuals. Once again, the Global Action Team is here to help. Lions Clubs International has tools, and new leaders is the key to expanding our footprint of service. If you notice, everything is the key to expanding our footprint of service as we've continued to move on. Any questions about any of the panels or from any of the panelists since we've gone through those? You know, teamwork makes the dream work. And so it's important that in the next 4 to 6 weeks, that each of the panels find a time to get together and talk and learn how to collaborate together, possibly via Zoom. And that will assist us in putting together a consistent message. There are going to be errors. There's errors in every baseball game. There's penalties in every football game. But when the team comes together and they support one another, then those things become minor. And what really becomes the focus is the success. And so if we can help one another to be successful in communicating ideas and putting forth ideas, then we're all going to be better off. And so as we come to the conclusion of today's session, and I think we've covered everything on the agenda, what questions do you have? Because I'd love to answer them for you.
Jerome, evals, they'll still be online as in past years?
It's my understanding that they will be, yes, sir.
Jerome, will the different classes be in any particular order or on the same day or anything like that?
I have not seen the final schedule and I don't have control over there, but I've asked and requested that they be in this order, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I don't expect us to have 4 in a row by any means, but I'm hoping that we would have maybe a Thursday afternoon, a Friday, a couple on Friday, and one on Saturday, or a couple on Friday and a couple on Saturday. I've not seen the final schedule.
Okay.
Who initiates the panels getting together
Oh,
to plan?
that would be left up to the panels. If no one else does, I guess I'd encourage the moderators to circulate some emails and try to get folks together.
Good. I just, I missed part of the discussion there when I went from computer 1 to computer 2.
Oh, that's all right. I can share a screen and we'll go back to yours and have.
Would you please? I don't mean just to mess up everybody else here.
You're not, listen, we're here to work together and collaborate and put together a quality product.
Yeah,
Okay.
there I am.
You're on the service. You've got Tom and then Blossom's on the line here. Blossom says that she would like to talk about hands-on service opportunities. Tom in Pennsylvania has been very good at getting clubs to report their service. And so, and now I know you were swapping computers when I asked, is it possible that you might talk about the importance of celebrating the successes, bringing members together, developing some pride, and how that really enhances our service impact as well as our membership satisfaction?
Right. Great. Jerome, if you remember, I sent to you a PowerPoint that I had just recently presented. Oregon asked me to sit in on a district convention, and it was pretty successful, and I've used it again here. Should I resend it to you or to my panel group?
Send it to your panel group, and all three of you just make sure that we spread out the information and nobody's trying to repeat themselves, so that everybody walks away with something. You'll have about 15 minutes. And so if you can pare it down to what's really most important. And I did get that, but to be quite honest, I don't remember its content off the top of my head. Forgive me, for I've sinned.
You said it was, might be, but I want to share it with the other panelists now so that they can, nix it or think it's wonderful, or they want a piece of it, or however they view it. So, yeah.
Okay. And so y'all just work together to get those things done. Any other questions or comments? I have recorded it, so I'll send it out to the panelists that are not here today. District Governor Tebow, thank you for joining us. Blossom? Oh, go ahead, Greg.
Yeah, Jerome, on the email that you sent out in the different focus areas there was some emails missing. Will you make sure that the emails in each group are there so we can arrange that contact within our group?
Yes, sir, I'll try.
That's what
I will try to get that taken care of. Blossom, did we meet your expectations this morning?
Yes, you did. And I'll work on my ear, and we can talk around, share with everybody and make it flow. I think that's going to be the thing.
You feel more comfortable with the expectations that have been set out?
Yes.
Awesome. Lion Dave Weinman, who is probably on the boat right now, did we meet your expectations and set some, extend the comfort level for you? He may have left. He and his wife have a island that they like to spend the weekend on. Anyone that has questions? There's Lion Dave. I was beginning to think you'd already left town.
Oh, I'm at the Ohio State Convention right now. I'm in the DGE meeting, in and out. So
Okay.
Sorry, multitasking.
You're fine. Did that help to set some expectations and feel
Very much so.
increased comfort level? Great.
Yeah. Yep. I think we can pull this off, and I'll get together with the team, and this will be good.
Thank you for all you do. I thank you, each and every one of you, for all you do. If you have questions, send them to me. Go and enjoy your family for the rest of the day. And I look forward to seeing you all in Des Moines and celebrating our success when the Global Action Team has a consistent message that has been carried to the Lions of CA1 and CA2 by some very talented individuals. Thank you very much, and good night. Actually, good day.
Thank you so much. Have a good day, everybody.
Cheers, everyone.